Hey guys, how's it going? Kripparrian here. Today, I want to feature Dragon Roar. If you saw the top cards of Rastakhan's Rumble video from the other day, you will know that Dragon Roar is my #1 rated warrior card in the upcoming expansion. And truth be told, Warrior's getting a lot of pretty good cards, so it won the contest, at least in my mind, among some pretty difficult competition. And I feel this requires further explanation, and as you'll see in the clip to come, further demonstration. So what makes this card so good? If you haven't seen those videos, to quickly summarize it, if you play Control Warriors, you need some big things that snowball out of control, and it just so happens that a lot of those big things are dragons. Right now we're getting a push for Dragon Warrior, so having dragon big things, well, it's pretty good. So really, I compare this card to a big dragon of choice. So there are a few very choice large dragons, but really the reason this card is very good is because there's just very few dragons. When you play Dragon's Roar, the chance that you get one whatever garbage dragon and one of these choice dragons is relatively high. If you get two fairly low quality but still late game dragons, that effect will often be better than having one dragon of your choice in your deck. The only time where Dragon Roar kinda sucks is if you play it and you get something like two fairy dragons. But the truth is, if you get that against an aggro deck, that might even be a good thing. If you get that against like a control mage deck, that might even be a good thing. So really there's very few bad instances for this card. And the way that Hearthstone works is you develop a multitude of win conditions, and some of which materialize themselves in some matchups and some in others. With Dragon's Roar, it's not much of a difference than playing just your dragon of choice against most decks. However, it gives you the additional win condition of just snowballing completely out of control because the dragons that you can get are from other classes. And yes, it's a little bit of a spoiler to come from the clip that you'll see, but you'll really get to see just how crazy this gets. The fact that you can get cross-class dragons gives you instantaneous win conditions. And some of these are actually stupefying. So we'll go with the more conventional example. If you get Emrys, by the way, there's 24 dragons after Rastakhan in the whole standard. Okay, 20, there's not that many. If you're playing 2 Dragon's Roar, you're getting 4 of them. All right, so yeah, it's not like a huge chance that you get specifically Emrys, but if you get Emrys in a control match, I don't think you can lose that game anymore. Emrys will just like blow up everything in your hand to a point where your opponent will not have enough removal options to deal with everything that you're going to dish out. So if you play Dragon's Roar and you get Emrys against a control matchup, you just win that game. That makes the card so good. Against some other decks, you'd be surprised how some of the more mediocre dragons can work in Warrior. Warrior's notoriously good for stacking up a whole bunch of armor, so when you look at a card like Temporis, it's suddenly not bad. If you give your opponent 2 turns and you lead with a Brawl when your 2 turns begin, their 2 turns don't really matter as long as you don't die. And there's so many warriors that can survive 2 turns pretty easily. You also have to consider the power of Temporis in fatigue mode. A lot of the time when you're playing a control warrior against another control deck, you go to that fatigue moment. And giving your opponent 2 turns with Temporis might give them 2 fatigue draws, and he might not even have any real cards to play at that point anyway. And Temporis it's just actually a good card in Warrior. So many of these slow dragons that suck in the other classes are surprisingly good in Warrior. I think right now Dragon Roar is absolutely insane, and I think it's only going to get better from now. Clip to come should prove everything that you need, so check it out, and I hope you guys check out the future Rastakhan videos.
Victory or death! Bring it on!
Okay. I think he's gonna whip my ass. Yeah, it's possible. No, there's only one. There's 2 recipes for like Whizbang, but for this thing, there's 1 deck for each class. Okay, fine.
your vision into flames.
That should be pretty interesting, I think. That's the card I'm looking for, actually. Oh man, this is gonna be a really weird game. If we have no armor, we are technically winning. Is Hearthstone balanced, or do I need all the cards? You certainly don't need all the cards. I get slightly more value if I use it there, so let's just use it there. Good warrior play right there. Why no shield block? I'm thinking that we don't want to draw a single additional card. Done. Dude, I just have nothing good to play, man. Whatever. Coin end turn. Yeah. I'm gonna fatigue and not even play or draw cards. Dude, welcome to Warrior. No! I don't think I can really wait for War Master for that long. No, you don't have to subscribe for giveaway. Just do it like random and Nightbot, get a keyword going. I think I'm gonna try to change it up a little bit here. Bring you guys some action. If you can handle it, that is. Oh my god. I wanna die.
That belongs in a museum.
This is gonna take a while and it's gonna hurt you.
I wonder.
Be reborn.
My first game against Rania. Double Emerus. Did you even play 2 Dragon Roars or 1? Okay, 2. Can you like attack and end the turn here so we can speed up the suffering a little bit? Why are you roping me? Why do you not love me? You can discuss strategy on my turn. I got plenty of thinking, don't worry.
My dragon be hungry.
I roped her too? Yeah, but I'm not the one who played double Emerus and had no mana left and then roped, okay? Okay? It wasn't quite as dishonorable.
I dream and the world trembles.
What the fuck is that?
Dragon food. Ugh! My dragon be hungry. Ugh!
Just need a turn where I don't get fucking annihilated, and then maybe I can recover or something, I don't know.
My dragon be hungry.
Probably need like a brawl or something. Something. I'm alive, kind of.
My dragon be hungry.
How is your hand 100% minions?
I see a vision in the flames.
So is yours? Yeah, after like a million turns trying to barely stay alive. No, I can't do it. I stayed alive as long as I could. I got double Emerus too, but you played both before I could even play one because I was dead every single turn. So it didn't matter. I was like, you played both and I was dead every single turn at that point. I could never play it. Dude, that was insane. I really wanted to play my Emerus too. That sucked. Like, if she didn't have 100% minions with a double Emerus, I think she would have ran out and I would have had my double Emerus. That would have been like an insane comeback game. But in the end, it was just like me getting pulverized.